Okay, so welcome to my seminar on AI and design. So basically, you will see something that is very different from my usual lesson because due to the limitation of the computational power provided by the campus computer, I am forced to bring with my own computer. So for those who are interested in gaming, will actually recognize what kind of shit it is. And sorry to tell you that this is an empty box because the display card is already in my own computer.咁嗱，上年買呢樣嘢嘅時候就唔平嘅，咁但係點解呢一樣嘢會帶埋嚟今日個 seminar 咧？咁梗係有原因啦。咁你可以同你老豆講即係咦，我唔係買張咁嘅嘢攞嚟打機喎，我係而家係攞嚟用 AI 喎。咁呢樣嘢同 AI 有啲咩關係咧？咁好快就會 demonstrate 俾大家睇啦。So basically, when you try to convince your parents to buy expensive gaming cards, you have one more excuse now. Because you can tell your parents that you are doing something related to AI, not only using this display card for gaming. So basically, this is the introduction of what we are going to talk about in this workshop. So basically, it's a sharing of my own personal experience, what I know about AI and graphical design now, my own personal experience in using some kind of AI to generate some kind of graphical work, and hope that to give you some inspiration in the future in case you would like to use AI to do something very similar. What kind of tools are available now in the world of computer? Where or what kind of hardware requirement that in case you would like to run something related to AI, what should you prepare? So this is the outline of my today's sharing. You can already see a beautiful girl here. This is not real. This is generated by myself. That is why. 咁有啲人就講笑啦，咁玩 Stable Diffusion 或者玩 AI Gen 圖咧，其實咧就量產老婆。OK， 即係你個老婆咧，你就可以自己 generate 出嚟嘅。咁你中意個老婆係咩樣都得嘅。OK, so basically this is like a joke. So many people tell you that the AI generated graphical work or portrait is like you try to mass produce the vibes you want to have. And basically, what kind of appearance that you want, you can simply type some kind of keyword and generate it with the help of AI accordingly. So, most of you are from the School of Business. Some of you, I think, in case you are from journalism, you already have some idea about the computer graphics fundamental. But I think many of you are from the Department of Business. That's why I need to give you some fundamental knowledge about computer graphics, which is a very simple one. I intended not to spend more than 5 minutes in this particular area. And then I will tell you what are the available tools nowadays that you can find on the internet. Some of them are free of charge. Some of them you need to subscribe. Some of them you need to buy some kind of token in order to generate the vibes that you want. And I will also show you some kind of a free of charge version of Stable Diffusion, which is the online AI tools that you can play with using your own computer. But because the computer provided by the campus is not gaming computer 嗱。學校俾你呢啲咧教學用途嘅啫，呢啲唔係打機嘅電腦嚟嘅。咁所以咧 ，that is why you will see today I bring with my own computer. I will also show you the offline version of AI. So basically, AI could be run on the cloud, while some AI could be run on your own local computer, provided your computer is fast enough. Okay, so my computer is not cheap. You can tell from the appearance. And it is some sort of gaming computer, which basically, in case you have a very top tier gaming computer at your home, you can also do the same. But not the case for the computer provided by the campus here. Sorry about that. But you can try the online version. Now, I will also demonstrate and show you in case you would like to type in some kind of keywords, some people say that these are magical spells. 咁有啲人咧就話呢啲咧係啲召喚魔法嚟嘅。OK， 咁你打啲魔法咒語落去咧，就會有個圖 generate 咗出嚟噶啦。咁呢啲咁嘅咒語係點嘅咧 ？So basically, I will show you. Well, you can also find this type of AI generation prompts online by searching on Google, and then I will demonstrate how these prompts will affect the output of the graphical image. And finally, I think this is a university. That is why I think at the end of this sharing, I need to also tell you some kind of ethical issues in terms of AI generation, AI generative graphics. So basically, this is the outline of what I would like to share with you today in this particular workshop. So this most of these are actually based on my own experience. Now, last year, I have tried an experiment. I used AI to generate beautiful girls, and I run a new IG page on IG, and surprisingly 我自己嘅 IG 就到而家咧都係500零600個 follower 嘅啫。但係咧，我咧個靚女 AI 相個 IG 咧唔夠10日咧，就已經 double 我自己嗰個 IG 啊。Okay, but these are very interesting thing. But these are very interesting experience, and I think I can use this opportunity to tell you something related to AI for graphical generation. So what else? Okay, now. Most of you are from the Department of Business Administration, but not all of you are in the year 3 or 4. Basically, I teach year 3 and 4 courses, and in case you are year 1 or 2 student of the Department of Business, or you are from other department, maybe you haven't heard about me. So I am Joseph Kong. I actually graduated from the City University of Hong Kong with the major of information system. So basically, my major is very simple. It's the application of computer in the business world. So you can understand information system as that. Now, I am a full member of the Hong Kong Computer Society, and don't call yourself Joseph Kong in case you work in the education or IT industry in Hong Kong, because Joseph Kong is a registered trademark. So, 如果你喺香港咧，你係從事教育或者從事電腦行業，而你又同人講你自己叫 Joseph Kong 嘅話咧，咁我律師就會揾你噶啦。Okay, so don't do that. Okay, so I joined the Xu Yan University 2 years ago, and now I basically handle some kind of teaching work in the Department of Business Administration related to mainly in year 3 and year 4 courses, and I am currently also looking after the digital marketing program. And I have a new post quite recently, starting from this September. I'm also the Associate Director of the University, the Teaching and Learning Development Office. So basically, this is my background. Now, as I have told you, not every one of you are from the world of computer design or some kind of graphical work, or you may not have idea about what is media. That's why I will give you a 5 minutes overview on some kind of computer graphic fundamentals. So there are 2 types of graphics in the computer world. On the left-hand side, we call it the vector graphic, and on the right-hand side, we call it the Raster graphic. 嗱，咁究竟點樣分嘅咧 ？Vector 咧好多時咧，你聽人講咧就話咩用 Adobe Illustrator 整出嚟嗰啲 AI file 咧，嗰啲好多時咧就係 vector graphic。理論上係可以無限量放大嘅，因為咧嗰啲係呢啲數學嘅 formula 嚟嘅。但係右手邊咧就多數你係數碼相機用個 iPhone 影嗰啲相咧，我哋咧就叫做 Raster graphic。你放大咧就一個個正方形咁樣，我哋叫一個 pixel。So basically, on the left-hand side, you will see what we call a vector graphic. So a lot of people will heard about if you make some kind of graphical work using Adobe Illustrator. If you try to communicate with your printing press or designer, very likely you will deal with some kind of vector graphic, which in theory, it could be magnified indefinitely because the underlying principle are mathematical formulas. But in case you take a photo with your iPhone and you try to magnify the photo taken by your cell phone, you will find something on the right-hand side, which basically you will find squares of dots that is like a puzzle and then joined together become a large graphic. So these are what we call the Raster graphic. Now, on the right-hand side, the Raster graphic will be something that we talk about today, mainly related to AI-generated graphic. So, a lot of you will heard about, okay, if you take a picture, you have a limitation of how large you can magnify a particular photo. And accordingly, in case you would like to do some kind of graphical work, you will tell people that I want to do some PS。你咧同人講你要執張相咧，咁而家多數咧就叫咩 P 圖啊，呢個叫 P 圖。咁個 P 字喺邊度嚟咧？ So basically, what they talk about the English alphabet P is called the Adobe Photoshop. These are the software for you to do some kind of graphical editing for Raster graphic. Now, for the AI tool that I am going to show you and demonstrate to you today will be generating some kind of images in the PNG format. 嗱，如果我用 Stable Diffusion 或者用好多嗰啲 AI 今時今日用 AI generate 出嚟嗰啲相咧，大部分啦嚇，即係我唔可以話全部，因為有可能有 difference 嘅。咁啊，大部分特別係 Stable Diffusion generate 出嚟嗰啲，你啲老婆咧嚇，就係 PNG file. So basically, usually the output of Stable Diffusion are in this PNG format. Now, some of them will provide JPEG format. Okay, so mainly these two. Now, another one, in case you are into design, you will know what is vector graphic. These are some kind of AR file that you will share with your printing press in order to print out some kind of graphical work, poster, or whatever you want to do related to a real printing material. So these are the very basic fundamental related to the computer graphics. Now, after talking about these very fundamental computer graphics, I need to tell you something related to AI graphical generators. So in the past, the only way that we can produce a Raster graphic on a computer, there are two methods. One way is that you take your cell phone or digital camera, go out and take a photo or take a real photo. Or you can try to buy a graphical drawing, a digital drawing board, just like on your iPad. 咁而家 iPad 咧有支筆嘅，咁支筆咧可以開個 software 上去畫公仔嘅。好多時畫出嚟嗰個公仔咧都係右手邊啊 ，output 咗出嚟咧都係 Raster graphic 嚟。以前咧就淨係得呢啲方法咧去整幅圖出嚟嘅啫。但今時今日咧，我哋咧就已經有 AI 嘅幫助啦。So basically now, because of the advancement of artificial intelligence, now we already have some tools that we could access and make good use of AI to help us generate some graphical work. So this is an academic sharing. That's why I need to give you some kind of definition, but relax, we don't have a test or we don't have a quiz for this particular seminar. Now, usually we call this type of AI graphical generators, these are some kind of computer programs that use the AI and also machine learning algorithm, create original artwork or manipulate existing images. Now, in case you look at some kind of AI tools nowadays in the market, you will find they have some common functions. 嗱，任何一個咧，而家你市面上揾到咧 generate 一啲相嘅 AI 嘅 tool 咧，多數咧都會 provide 以下兩個功能嘅。So usually these two functions will be provided on the tools itself. 我見你好辛苦，會唔會隔離班房搬張凳過嚟啊？你使唔使啊？搬張凳過嚟啊？Okay, so basically, Now, there are two major functions of these AI graphical generators. The first one is it could analyze an image. So basically, the AI generator will able to understand what is in an image that is provided by you, and also able to understand your textual or contextual description. 你打啲字打啲 keyword 咧，個 AI 咧都會明白你想要啲乜嘅。咁所以咧呢個咧就係第一個基本嘅 AI graphical work 嘅 function， 就係其實佢會知道你擺入去嗰張相咧大概係有啲咩嘢嘅，有隻船啦，有個女仔啦，有個風景啦咁樣樣嘅，即係佢會知道個 style 大概，佢會知道幅相上面有啲乜嘅。同埋啦，另外一樣嘢，佢會明白你嘅 request 嘅。你打啲英文字，佢會知道你想要啲乜嘅。So able to analyze an image, able to understand your text description, and the most important function is based on these two information, or based on the data analyzed from these two information, the AI graphical generator will be able to generate an image using some kind of AI models. Now, there are many AI models for graphical generation. That is why I am not intended to go deep into the differences between AI models. Because as a business student, I don't think you need to have deep investigation to tell what is the difference between different AI models. So I will skip that part. Now, there are many different AI graphical generators on this planet. There are many of these. Some of these, now basically, in case you would like to select which AI graphical generator you would like to use, pay special attention to these factors. The first one is the accessibility. Now, some AI generator require cloud processing. So it is not being calculated locally. Your requests and images are in fact sent to the cloud. It is being processed somewhere on the web, and then the output is sent back to you. So this is one way of doing this type of AI generative work. Another way is the demonstration that I would like to show you with my own computer here, is that AI could also run locally on your own computer. 嗱，咁 AI 咧 ，AI tool 咧，第一個分別咧就係個 accessibility， 有兩種嘅，有一種咧就係所有嘅計算咧都喺晒個 cloud 嗰度嘅，你唔知個 server 喺邊嘅。總之你個 request send 上去，佢就俾個 output 你 ，that's it。Okay, and another one is you can have a software download to your own computer and use your own computer's computational power to generate the graphic. So the first difference is this accessibility. Another one is because a number of things are running on the cloud. That is why some of them will require you to join as a member, to pay for some subscription. OK 嗱，咁啊當然啦，羊毛就出在羊身上嘅啫。咁如果你嗰個 AI 係喺個 cloud 上邊行嘅話咧，好多時個 cloud 咧係要做會員啦，要 subscribe 啦，或者要買 token 咧去用嘅。OK， 即係你如果要用啲 online service 你都知㗎啦，即係睇 Netflix 咁嘅啫。OK， 咁啊另外一個做法咧 ，so another way of looking at this one is, well, there are some tools that I can run locally on my own computer. Then the software could be free of charge, but in exchange, the hardware could be very costly. 嗱，俾你嗰嚿嘢咧，冇錯 ，open source 嘅，人人都可以 download 嘅。咁但係 download 咗落嚟，你部機夠唔夠快去行咧，就係另外一回事啦。咁所以 download 咗落嚟啊，咁啊，你雖然就唔使 subscribe。但係你知唔知道一張3080 Ti 幾多錢咧 ？OK 嗱，咁啊嗱，即係就係咁樣條數就係咁樣計啦。嗱，你部電腦唔夠快嘅話，你就唯有買張咁嘅嘢。你部電腦夠快嘅話，就 download 落嚟喺你自己嗰度行。OK，so 咦係喎，係咪啊？4090唔俾賣啦，係咪啊？ 我聽到新聞好似話4090唔俾我買喎，同埋4080 Super 好似就快出喎，有傳聞。Okay, now and now there are different tools that are available on the planet that is related to graphic generation. So another selection criteria is the image style. So some of you may need a specific AI algorithm to do your generative work. Now, most of you are business students, so that you are not so picky in terms of the AI algorithm. But this may not be the case in case you are doing some kind of research work and in case you are studying computer science. So this might not be related to your case, but I will show you something very interesting, is that some AI tools, just like something that you can deploy on your own computer, you can actually customize. Now, you can actually fine-tune what kind of graphic generated by your computer, which later in this workshop, I will do some demonstration. 嗱，其中一個咧，如果你係用啲 online 免費嘅 AI graphical generator 咧，咁好多時咧 generate 出嚟嗰個 graphic， 特別係嗰個畫質啊，同埋嗰個 style 嗰個風格咧冇得揀嘅。by default 嘅，乜嘢都係 automatic 嘅。咁但係啦，如果你係 download 落嚟 locally 咁行嘅話咧，咁其實有好多嘢係可以 customize 嘅。譬如話個畫風啦，譬如話幅畫嘅大細啦，幅畫嘅畫質啦，咁啊仲有好多古靈精怪嘢 set 嘅。等陣可以俾大家睇下，唔使錢同埋喺你自己呢度行嘅有咩 difference。And finally,And I think this could be the most important for you, is that how large is the community and the degree of support you could receive. In case, especially for those just like me, you deploy your own AI on your own computer. When you encounter some problem, where can you find an answer? Is that a well-established community or the developer is able to provide you some kind of support? 咁啊，喂，如果個 software 行唔到啊，會唔會上去 Google 打幾個 keyword 你就揾到佢點樣個 solve 個問題咧？咁啊 community 對於呢個 AI 呢個世代咧，其實都好重要。And other issue related to community is that you would like to show off the graphic that you generated 啊，你中意攞個老婆出嚟俾人睇噶嘛，係咪？咁啊，嗰啲 community 咧，另外一個用途咧就係咧，好似嗰啲畫廊咁啊，或者好似啲 online album 咁啊，咁啊將你 generate 出嚟嘅大作咧就 share 公諸同好話俾人聽咧，你係點樣 generate 出嚟嘅？咁呢個咧亦都係 community 啊一個好重要嘅元素嚟啊。So basically, in case you are interested into the AI generative graphics, these are some kind of selection criteria that you need to think about. Depending on what type of computer you have, especially what kind of graphical hardware display card that you have. Okay, and in case you don't have a very powerful computer, maybe you need to use some kind of free of charge or you need to subscribe to a particular graphical generator online. Now, here are some recommendations how fast your computer need to be in order to run AI locally. First, you need to have a very, very fast display card. OK， 嗱，快成點咧？其實咧，有啲人講咧，3070都唔夠嘅。OK， 要去到3080，即係要去到80尾嗰啲咧先至 capable 嘅。係啦，要去到80尾嗰啲先 capable 嘅。即係你如果係出街買嘅 display card 咧，咁 at least 8000蚊or above嗰啲咧先至建議嘅。咁如果唔係咧，都係上網行 cloud 嗰啲就算數啦。OK， 嗱，咁啊唔係一樣簡單嘢嚟嘅。其實咧講穿咗咧 ，so these are very complicated calculation, and I will tell you these calculation are not will not be less complicated than crypto mining. 其實咧佢要嘅 processing power 咧，同你掘 Bitcoin 啊，掘嗰啲以太幣嗰啲咧，要求嘅 processing power 差唔多嘅。 OK，你唔好以為係啲好簡單嘅嘢，係啲好 heavy loading 嘅嘢嚟嘅。So you need very large video RAM. Now the display card speed in fact is not very important. 嗱，嗰張 display card 嘅速度其實唔係咁重要嘅，最重要咧係你張 display card 有幾多 RAM 啊。OK， 你張 display card 有幾多 RAM 呢個先係取決嘅因素。So basically, I can show you this is what I have on my personal computer. And you will, come on. Okay. Now, and you will see. Now, my display card is this 3080 Ti, and the VRAM, okay, the graphical memory is 12 gigabyte. Okay, it's 12 gigabyte. Now, accordingly, many people on the computer, on the community, tell you that the minimum is 8 gigabyte. But I will tell you it's not enough if you would like to do some kind of serious AI generative work. It is recommended to have 12 gigabyte or above. 所以點解呢個世界會有3090 Ti 會有4090咧？其實咧嗰啲唔係攞嚟打機嘅，嗰啲其實 suppose 係買嚟計數嘅。如果唔係俾24 G RAM 你做乜鬼嘢咧？咁其實咧就係做呢啲嘢嘅。So and other differences between cloud and offline is like, in case you are using some kind of public services, sometimes some sensitive graphic and keywords will be banned and will not allow you to generate. 嗱，咁其實 cloud 同埋 offline 一個好大嘅分別咧，點解我哋要 download 個 AI 嚟我哋自己 locally run 咧？因為咧，如果你想 generate 個女仔係冇着衫嘅話咧， public 嗰啲就唔俾你咁做嘅。OK， 咁啊，你唯有係 locally 咁 run 嘅啫。嗱，呢啲咧係好得意嘅嘢嚟嘅。有啲咧 AI 咧佢 sense 到你係有啲 sensitive keyword 啊，或者 generate 出嚟嗰樣嘢係 sensitive 嘅話咧，佢會 stop 咗你嘅。即係如果你係用啲 public cloud 唔使錢嗰啲，但係咧如果你 download 個 AI 落嚟喺你自己嗰部機度行咧，就冇呢啲限制嘅。Okay, so this is also another issue in case you would like to do some kind of adult content. You need to make sure that you buy a fast display card. In case you use some kind of public AI, they will not allow you to do so. So this is something I would like to share in this particular content related to selecting a graphical generator. Now, there are many famous AI generators on this planet. Stable Diffusion and Midjourney. These two are the most famous one. But of course, there are some other graphical tools nowadays. I think DALL-E, and also I think the Adobe Photoshop, which now I think the latest version of Adobe Photoshop also provides some kind of generative AI function. 嗱，咁據我所知咧， Adobe Photoshop 去到最新嘅版本 version 25咧，咁其實佢加咗一個叫 Generative AI 嘅功能嘅，佢可以幫你 fill in 嗰啲你想要嘅 content 又或者俾幅相佢，我想佢放大咧，咁佢會自己 fill up extra 嘅嘢。咁 Photoshop 而家開始有呢個功能㗎，但係咧，因為 Photoshop 咧就要 subscribe 嘅，咁所以咧我咧仲係用緊一個好舊版本嘅 Photoshop 嘅啫，咁啊我啊玩唔到呢樣嘢嘅。So basically, as I have told you, different AI tools, they have different pricing. And I think now Midjourney require you to have some kind of membership or subscription. And I think Photoshop, they also, in their latest version of Photoshop, they have included generative AI function. But Photoshop itself required a subscription. So depending on what type of computer that you are using, or what type of existing subscription that you already have, maybe your preference of selecting a graphical generator will be different from mine. 咁我呢啲咧就窮鬼嚟啊！我最中意啲 local 嚟行嘅嘢啊！咁所以咧，我咧就用 Stable Diffusion 嘅。咁但係有啲同學可能你自己就已經有 subscribe 到 Photoshop 嘅話咧，咁可能你就直接用 Photoshop 佢最新嗰個 Generative AI 個 function 咧就已經滿足到你㗎啦。 So Adobe Photoshop, the latest version, in case you already have a subscription, maybe Adobe Photoshop will be your choice. But I am a poor guy. That is why I stick with some kind of open source, free of charge AI that could be run locally. And for this particular workshop, mainly I will show you some work, and also I will show you some free of charge stable diffusion platform that you can also try on your own computer that is in fact running on the cloud. And at the same time, I will show you stable diffusion in case you download to your own computer what could be done. So the next thing I would like to show you is I will introduce the first one, stable diffusion, because this one is my preferred one and the one that I am familiar about. 嗱，點解我會同大家講 stable diffusion 咧？因為我用 stable diffusion 都 gen 咗唔少靚女相出嚟嘅，咁有啲經驗啊，咁所以我就可以同大家講下呢啲嘢啦。咁stable diffusion 好多人講噶啦，咁基本上你用 AI gen 相咧，你唔係 stable diffusion 咧，你就 Midjourney 噶啦。咁你之前 Photoshop 都未有呢個功能嘅。So stable diffusion is quite new. It was released only last year. And currently, the latest version is Stable Diffusion XL 1.0. So what you can see here is the official website of the developer, which is Stability AI. Now, this is the introduction page related to the Stable Diffusion XL, the latest version of this particular AI. You can see on the right-hand side, these are AI-generated photos. And in case you would like to run this particular AI on your own computer, not on the computer provided by the campus, not able to do it. 但如果你係有興趣，而你屋企係你自己嗰部係電競電腦嘅話咧，咁其實咧就可以撳呢個掣嘅，呢個係 Stable Diffusion GitHub。咁其實 Stable Diffusion 咧就 open source 嘅 ，OK， so Stable Diffusion is open source. What you need to do is download this particular program and run it on your own computer, and you will see something that I will soon demonstrate to you. And in case you would like to run or try some of the things that I am going to demonstrate to you, you can follow this link, which I will show you how to access it. 嗱，咁其實咧，去你個 Google 嗰度，嗱你咧就有啲 keyword 去 search 嘅 ，Hugging Face Stable Diffusion 咁就得噶啦。HUGGING Face Stable Diffusion，OK。嗱，咁我呢度咧2.1係穩定啲嘅，所以咧你去個 Google 嗰度咧，你可以 search 呢個。Okay, you can use the computer in this computer room. You can search on Google this keyword. Okay, Hugging Face Stable Diffusion 2.1. You will find the first one, which is the free of charge demonstration of this of this API. So is it this one? Okay, this one. Okay, so the second one. Okay, Stable Diffusion 2.1, Hugging Face by Stability AI. So this is the one that you can see as a technical demonstration of Stable Diffusion 2.1. OK， 嗱，如果你去到呢個 website 咧，你咧就可以嚟緊咧就跟住我玩啲古靈精怪嘢啦喎。Okay, so the first thing that I would like to show you related to Stable Diffusion is that there are two text boxes. 嗱 ，Stable Diffusion 咧好得意嘅 ，Stable Diffusion 咧就有兩個 text box 喎。一般嚟講，你話 ChatGPT 嗰啲咧就得一個 text box 啊，你要點啊打落去啦。咁但係 Stable Diffusion 咧就有多一個功能咧，佢叫 Negative Prompt， 即係話俾佢聽咧，有啲咩我要嘅，同埋有啲嘢咩嘢我係唔想要嘅，咁你都可以打晒落去 Stable Diffusion 嗰度嘅。So you can look at the interface of Stable Diffusion here. You will see on top there are two text boxes. The first one is what we call a positive prompt, something that you want. The The next one is the negative prompt, which is to tell the AI something that you don't want. Now you can type anything. Okay, let's say, for example, Japanese schoolgirl. Okay, so something like this. Okay, secondary school campus, something like that. Wearing sailor uniform. Okay, you can type something like that. Okay, and in case you would like to have something that you don't want, you can specify. You can specify, I don't want a boy. Okay, I don't want the photo to be low quality, something like that. Okay, and then you can try to generate image. 嗱，好簡單嘅啫。上面嗰個格仔咧，話俾佢聽咧，你想要啲乜；下邊嗰個格仔咧，就話俾佢聽你唔想要啲乜。咁每個 keyword 咧，你用個 comma 隔開佢就得噶啦。Okay, so here, whoa, okay, immediately we will find some interesting output, which I don't know what is your comment, but this is the output. Okay, 嗱，咁當然啦 ，OK 嗱，第一個 generator 出嚟嘅，梗係咁噶啦，因為真係嗰個咒語，如果你想玩得叻嘅話，係有好多嘢打嘅。Okay, but now we try something that is not human because the default version of Stable Diffusion may not be very good in terms of generating some kind of faces. So you can scroll a little bit downward here. You can see there are a number of examples at the bottom of this page. You can select one. So you can click on this one. Okay, you can click on the first one. And the corresponding prompt will become here and here. And then you try to generate with some a sample prompt of this particular program. Now, this website, as you can see, it is running on the cloud. Okay, it is some kind of free of charge thing running on the cloud. 嗱，咁第二個 example 啦，嗱呢個咧就係用咧佢下邊呢啲 example generate 出嚟嘅。咁你見啦，嗱 ，a high-tech solar punk utopia in the Amazon rainforest. Okay, Stable Diffusion is able to understand your prompt and also some negative prompt. I don't want low quality, and these are some kind of images that is being generated by Stable Diffusion. Now, this particular free version will give you 4 images at a time. 咁呢個免費嘅版本咧，你就發覺咧就每一次咧就幫你 gen 4幅相嘅。OK， 每一次幫你 gen 4幅相嘅。好啦，咁如果你想都係再試多啲新嘢嘅話，可以點做咧 ？So, in case you run out of idea, now for the positive prompt, there are a number of things that you can type. You can tell what kind of object that you like, what is the corresponding scenery, what is the photo style, and etc. And in fact, the more precise, the better. The more precise, the better. So let me show you some interesting thing. Let's say I want a movie poster style. I want Hong Kong. I want cyberpunk. I want a tram on a road. I want raining. I want dark scenery. Okay, I want wet floor. I want people on the street. Okay, something like that. Okay, I want to generate a movie-like poster. Okay, which is related to Hong Kong cyberpunk. Oh, and maybe I can also type, I want some neon-like signs also. Okay, very Hong Kong style. Okay, let's click generate. Let's see what will be the output. 嗱，多數冇人嘅話就 generate 得好靚啲嘅。有人嘅話咧，其實咧就 offline 嘅 version 你 download 埋啲 model 咧，即係其實關個 algorithm 事嘅。Okay, so you can see, so this is according to the prompt. Okay, these are the output of this particular request. Okay, Hong Kong style cyberpunk and wet floor with tram and with people on the street, something like that. And in fact, you can use this one, okay, in case you are making a PowerPoint presentation 啊，你整個 PPT 啊，你整個 PowerPoint presentation 啊，或者你要交功課咧，咁啊，你可以將啲 keyword 擺上去。其實咧，你有時咧，譬如話你啲 research project 啊，或者你 assignment 個 title，你試下將個 title 打喺度，佢 generate 到啲咩出嚟？即係譬如話 ，OK，so I don't know. Let's say let's try something fun. Okay, let's try something fun. Let's put it an academic style title. The effect of purchasing behavior, okay, driven by the consumers' taste and intention to buy. OK， 嗱，我唔知出啲咩啊，我未試過咁樣玩嘅。OK， 嗱，我將一個 academic article 嘅 title type 落去啦，我睇下會出啲咩出嚟啊。OK， so this is another interesting try. So let me put in an academic title. So imagine that is your assignment's work. Let's see what kind of interesting graphic will be generated here. 嗱，我唔知佢會 generate 啲咩出嚟啊，可能好怪嘅。好啦，嗱，咁啊，可能有啲咁嘅嘢啦。即係如果係咁嘅話，你咪睇下用個咁嘅嘢嚟做你一個 assignment 啊，或者你嗰個一個 project presentation 嘅封面，其實都可以嘅。即係將你個 presentation 嘅 title type 喺呢度咧，跟住個 generate image 咧，咁啊就有個咧就似模似樣嘅嘢咧，就可以俾你擺落去你個 PowerPoint 嗰度交功課噶啦。Okay, so this is one recommendation. Now, of course, Stable Diffusion could be very powerful, but in case you run out of ideas in terms of what kind of prompt that you can type, in fact, you can go to Google. Now, you can search Stable Diffusion prompt samples. There are quite a lot of these. That is why I have told you, in case you are into AI graphical generation, the community is very important. 所以點解我一開始嘅時候同你講話，其中一個你揀用邊個 AI tool， 其中一個 criteria 咧就係究竟有幾多人啊？你個 community 有幾多人去玩緊呢個 AI tool？ 因為咧，譬如話我去 Google 嗰度 search，say for example Stable Diffusion prompt sample. Okay, there are quite a lot of these. Now, a lot of people are already showing off their masterpieces. So accordingly, you can take on the first one. And you will see these are some kind of AI generative photos that people post online together with the prompt that they are using. So let me zoom out a little bit. So let's say this one. Okay, this one. Okay, this is generated by Stable Diffusion. And accordingly, what kind of style portray asteroid, starry background, and reflective helmet? Now you can try this. Okay, copy this prompt, go to this free of charge interface, and then paste it here, and then try to generate an image. Now the image that you generate will not be the same as the one that you can see online, because there are a number of hidden parameters that is different from the generator. 嗱，就算你用翻同一個 prompt 咧，你都唔會 generate 翻同一張相嘅，因為後邊咧其實有 random factor 嘅，後邊咧其實亦都有好多唔同嘅 parameter 咧係隱藏咗喺呢個免費版係冇得 set 嘅。咁但係等陣我 demonstrate 一個 local run 嘅 version 咧，我就會話俾你聽，其實後邊有好多嘢可以做嘅。So you can see using the same prompt. Okay, so these are the astronaut images that you can generate using the prompt, okay, that is written by other people. Okay, look at the next one. Okay, I don't know what is this one, but maybe you can use this one. Okay, impressionist landscape, Japanese garden in autumn. Okay, let's try this. 嗱，咁啊，一個錦鯉嘅池塘上邊有條橋啊，咁咧就日式庭園秋天印象派 ，OK， 咁啊嗱，咁我又睇下 gen 到啲咩出嚟啦。Okay, so copy here, let it run. OK 嗱，咁啊，嗱印象派係抽象啲噶啦，嗱就係咁啦。OK，日式祠堂啊，秋天紅葉咁啊，有錦鯉湖上面，錦鯉嘅祠堂上面有條橋。OK，嗱咁佢咧就會 generate 咗呢4張相，呢啲啊，咁我覺得呢張似樣啲啦嚇，呢張好似似樣少少。OK，呢張好似似樣少少。But now this is basically the online free version of Stable Diffusion. Now the key idea is tell Stable Diffusion what kind of object that you want, what kind of scenery that you want. Okay, what is the background? Okay, what kind of photo style that you want, and give more specific information. Okay, the more specific it could be, the more precise it is. And you can tell Stable Diffusion what you don't want. It could be, I don't want extra limbs and I don't want bad quality, something like that. Tell Stable Diffusion once again, more precise details that you don't want. It will be something that is more reflecting something that is in your mind. Okay, it is easier for you to do it. So precision and detail is in fact the key. Okay, tell Stable Diffusion more, give more keywords that the AI could associate with some kind of graphics. Now here are, based on something that you find on this particular website, I have modified some kind of prompts. So here I would like to show you the first one. Okay, this one. Okay, romantic painting. One ship sailing in a stormy sea, dramatic lightning, and powerful waves. 咁所以有啲人就話咧，其實咧今時今日用 AI 第一樣嘢嘅要求咧，就唔係你嘅想像力要豐富，係你要英文好啊。OK， 係你嘅英文要好啊，你嘅 vocab 要夠啊。咁亦都有啲人係，如果你英文唔夠好啊，點做咧？就係將你個中文嘅 description 打去個 Google Translate 嗰度咧，跟住用個 Google Translate translate 咗做英文，再用英文嗰個就 copy 翻落去呢個 prompt 呢度咁做。有人係咁樣用嘅。OK，so in case you have limited vocabulary, there are and other things that you can do. You can have your Chinese description type on Google Translate and let Google Translate your Chinese prompt into English, and then paste the English prompt translated by Google Translate to here. Now let's see what kind of image it could generate. OK 啦，咁啊呢個就係呢個船呢個 prompt 啦 ，romantic painting, one ship OK, romantic painting, one ship sailing in a stormy sea, dramatic lightning, powerful waves. OK 喂，似模似樣啊喂。OK 嗱，咁點解有時會多咗啲船咧？我明明講話要一隻船嘅，我明明講話要一隻船，因為有時咧 AI 咧係冇你想象中咁聰明嘅，咁啊有時都會錯嘅。咁你如果話要一隻船嘅，其實有時會多咗俾你嘅。So I think these two are better than the others. But in fact, I'm not sure if they provide the function in this free version. Now, you can in fact emphasize what kind of things you want. 嗱，有時咧，其實個 Stable Diffusion 啦，我唔知道免費嘅版本有冇提供呢樣嘢，因為咧 offline 嘅 version 你可以 emphasize 咧嗰個 weighting 有幾重。嗱，我試下得唔得啊？嗱，其實咧，如果我要強調係一隻船嘅話咧，我可以呢度咧有個 bracket 嘅，我括住呢個咧，咁我喺 bracket 入邊就冒號 1.5 咁樣，可以咁樣做嘅。咁呢個咧其實就有個 weighting 嗱，我唔知呢個免費版本有冇做呢一樣嘢，不過我可以試一試。譬如話，我如果要強調係一隻船嘅話咧，我可以係 one ship 跟住冒號 1.5， 即係呢個嘅 weighting 咧就要係多 1.5 倍。係啦，咁 default 咧，如果你冇做呢樣嘢嘅話 default 個 weighting 咧就係1嘅。咁如果你想呢個 weighting 少啲，你可以打 0.5、0.8 咁樣。如果你想重啲嘅話咧，就 1.5、1.8。但係我覺得咧，我試過打咧一個好 ridiculous 嘅數字，即係2點幾、3點幾咧，幅相會花晒啊！唔知發生咩事。But now you can see So you can see, okay, now many ships. This one is 1, this one is 2, and this one is 2. Now, I don't know why, but AI sometimes is very stupid. Okay, now, and you can actually adjust these prompts. So it can be a red ship. Okay, let's see. Let me give it a color. Okay, let me give it a color. 咁我睇下隻船會唔會變咗紅色咯？嗱，咁每一個 keyword 咧都對幅相咧就有少少影響嘅。Okay, it totally depend on what kind of photo. So okay, you change into red in color, so you can see. Okay, even the refraction is red. Okay, quite good. Okay, so even the ship is even this one is quite good. Okay, so this is the first demo, and I would like to show you the second one here. Okay, 呢個女仔靚唔靚啊？唔靚啊 ？OK， 嗱，等陣俾啲再靚啲啊。OK， 嗱，呢個唔好啦，咧成日都話我 Jen 靚女啊，咁我哋睇下一個。OK， 嗱，靚女我等陣show 俾大家睇就係 offline 嘅 version 嘅 Jen 人樣係會好啲嘅。好啦，嗱呢一個咧其實要 show 俾大家睇係咩咧 ？So this one what I want to show you is this emphasize. Okay, this emphasize. In case I would like to have a stronger light trail, let's say these type of starlight lines. I can have some kind of emphasis on some particular keywords. So let me show you here. Okay, long exposure. So this is a photographic keyword, night photography, starry light over a mountain range, and I emphasize that I want light trails 1.5. Jen 有啲咩出嚟玩啊？你哋 Okay, now you can see. Okay, so this is based on the keyword that I have. These are some interesting things that is generated by Stable Diffusion. 嗱，你發覺咧嗰啲景物啊、movie poster 嗰啲咧，免費版本係 handle 得好啲。如果你想人樣，如果你想將人樣嘅話咧，其實一般嚟講咧就會係 locally run， 再加埋你 download 個 AI model 咧，咁樣就會 generate 得好啲嘅。So the next thing I would like to show you will be now these are some examples that I have here, which you could run on some kind of online Stable Diffusion. The next thing that I would like to show you is some kind of functions that you can only be found on a computer like that. Okay, you buy your own display card, convincing your parents that you are not gaming, but I am doing some kind of AI and calculation works, or maybe crypto mining to earn some money. And these are something that you could do. Let's say, for example, there are some additional functions related to Stable Diffusion, but I would like to demonstrate these examples on my own computer first. 嗱，咁點解我帶埋我電腦嚟咧？咁呢度開始咧，咁我諗我就做少少 demonstration， 就係你用你自己嘅電腦行 Stable Diffusion， 究竟同 online 唔使錢嘅咧有咩分別 ？So let me switch to my own computer. So let me run Stable Diffusion on So let me run Stable Diffusion on my own computer. 咁你見到呢啲咧就真係好獨攬嘅嘢嚟啊！你發覺咧我點樣開 Stable Diffusion 咧 ？So there is some kind of command line. Okay, so there are some kind of command line. And accordingly, this web UI 嗱完全唔似你平時見開咗 program 嘅，全部 text base 咁樣嘅。OK 嗱，好啦，咁佢而家咧就係啦，咁佢而家就 ready， 你可以 run Stable Diffusion 啦。喂，搞乜啊？OK, so here it is able to run Stable Diffusion. So let me copy this link. 咁你哋行到嘅，因為呢個係 locally run 嘅。Okay, so on any browser, you place this link, and this is the default interface of Stable Diffusion. OK 嗱，咁如果你係自己喺部電腦度行嘅 Stable Diffusion 咧，就咁嘅。你會發現咧呢度咧 ，so you will find So you will find something very similar to the one that is free of charge. You will find the prom and the negative prom. But you have many other parameters that you can play with. Let's say, for example, what is the sampling method? How many steps? Restore phases. So you can see,咁gen 人樣就好核突嘅，咁但係其實 offline version 咧有個 option 咧，你 click 咗呢個咧 gen 啲人樣會靚啲嘅。Okay, so and also the resolution of the image that you generate and accordingly all other parameters and what kind of checkpoint AI model that you use. So let me show you. 咁啊，我用翻呢一個啦嚇，我用翻呢隻船先，我試一試呢隻船俾大家睇。So let me show you this particular ship. Okay, so let me choose 嗱呢個咧就唔好問我有咩 difference，呢個純粹係個人習慣嘅問題嚟嘅啫。咁因為我唔係讀 computer science 嘅，咁所以我亦都解釋唔到俾你聽就係呢啲 algorithm 有咩分別。但係咧，我可以 generate 俾大家睇。嗱，咁我 generate 嘅同時咧，我就想俾埋右手邊呢個 graph 俾大家睇。嗱，呢個就 CUDA 啦，即係咧用個 graphical display card 嚟幫你做計算嘅時候嗰個 loading， 同埋下邊呢個咧就係個 RAM 用嘅幾多。So basically on the right hand side you can see the current status of my computer, which you can see top one CUDA is the calculative power of my display card and also the RAM. So let me click generate. You can see it will immediately push up. Okay, and then it's finished. So this is actually running locally. OK， 係咪快好多啊？咁喂，咁 display card 有料到啊嘛，係咪？即係你買張靚啲嗱，咁因為咧，其實點解快咧 ？So why is this fast? Because the resolution is not big enough. So let me show you something a little bit more heavy duty. Let's say 800 and 800. 好啦，如果係800乘800嘅話咧，佢就計得耐啲啦。So you can see it takes a little bit more time and much slower, but still manageable. And then it is done. Okay, so this is the second image that is being generated by the offline version of Stable Diffusion. Okay, so let me show you some beautiful girls. So let me try this one. 好啦，咁啊試下啲靚女啦嚇，咁我就貼呢個 prompt 度。Okay, so what kind of style? Japanese girl, red makeup, red hair, astronaut, spacesuit, starry background, and reflective helmet. OK 嗱，咁你就試下佢 generate 啲乜出嚟咯。我未開 restore faces， 有時咧唔開呢個嘅話就會有啲怪嘅。嗱，咁有時多過一個喎。OK，so 好啦，咁所以咧，如果你唔滿意嘅話，就 gen 多次。好啦，咁究竟呢度究竟發生緊咩事咧 ？So what is happening now? So every time is different because there is a random parameter here. There's a random parameter here. So if this particular seed is -1, which means every time it is like a random throwing, it will randomly pick a seed. If the seed is different, then the image being generated will be different. If you use the same seed, then very likely the image will be the same. So 咁我開始啦嗱，咁即係 generate 咁多個咧，總有一個咧會好睇少少嘅。Okay, now if you are happy with this particular image, in fact, Stable Diffusion has 連個 webcam 都認到呢個人樣嚟喎，好嘢喎。OK 嗱，咁即係個 AI 有料到啦，即係個 AI 有料到啦。So let me show you another important function of Stable Diffusion that is run locally. Is that there is a function called image to image. Okay, now here, one additional function of the offline version of Stable Diffusion is that it can take an image and it can actually modify this image based on the prompt. 嗱，咁頭先呢個咧，我哋叫 text to image， 就係你打啲咩 keyword 咧，佢就 generate 幅相俾你。呢度咧就除咗你打啲咩 keyword 之外，你可以掟埋幅相俾佢睇嘅。咁佢會自己認呢幅相究竟係點嘅，咁同埋呢個功能咧又放大縮細嘅。So there are additional functions. Let's say I can resize and fill. I can enlarge this photo a little bit. So let me try 我睇下1200呢部機都應該頂得順嘅，放心。 咁同埋闊啲。Okay, so basically this is the image, the same prompt, and then I will generate this photo, and it will based on 嗱，咁你見到啦，嗱個 RAM 差唔多到頂啦。OK， 真係差唔多12GB 用得晒㗎啦。一般嚟講打機都冇咁癲嘅。Okay, so on the right hand side, based on what you have， 咁我塊面有少少爛啦嚇，係咪？咁啊有時係咁嘅。So based on the image that you have, it will generate additional content based on the prompt that you type. So in case you are not happy with this one, you can click this. You can also include some kind of prompt, let's say low quality, poor face, something like that. Okay, and then you can generate once again. Okay, so something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, now the next thing that I would like to show you with my computer is that the offline version. Now this one already demonstrated to you image to image, which is taking an image and then generate an image based on your prompt and also the image that you have. Now I can give an image that is totally irrelevant. 嗱，其實咧有啲得意嘅嘢嘅，咁我呢度準備咗另外兩幅相嘅。我揾翻個 folder 先啦，我呢度準備咗另外兩幅相嘅。其實你可以將一幅完全唔拉更嘅相擺落去咧，睇佢會變咗啲乜出嚟嘅。Okay, let's say for example this one. Okay, the one that you see on my PowerPoint slide, and let's generate to see what is this image turned into an astronaut. 咁究竟呢個靚女左邊呢個會點樣變成一個太空人咧？咁我哋嚟試下啦。嗱，咁樣嘅。Okay, so you can see on the left-hand side, it will actually read this image. Okay, it will try to read this image and using the prompt that you have given to generate an image based on the left-hand side one. So turning from this image, and it will now become like this. Okay, a girl, red makeup, red hair in spaceship. Okay, so now another thing that I can demonstrate to you is in fact, if you run AI locally, you can select a different AI generator. Okay, 嗱，同一個 prompt 嚟嘅。Okay, so it is in fact the same prompt. The girl, red makeup, red hair, but using different AI model. Now, some of you like animation and comics. Now, in fact, you can download a corresponding generator from the Stable Diffusion community 嗱，所以另外一個原因，點解 community 咁重要咧？就因為有啲人咧就會已經將一啲 AI Stable Diffusion 嘅 reference model upload 咗上去，你要咧就係 download 落嚟裝喺你 Stable Diffusion 嗰度就得噶啦。So as a demonstration shortly, I can show you. Okay, so on the left-hand side is this image. On the right-hand side is this image. Let me change to another model. So let me pick the counterfeit. 咦，係咪 counterfeit？唔緊要咯，就試咗先啦嚇。So let me pick this counterfeit. I think this counterfeit checkpoint is this one. Okay, turn it into an animation. Okay, so let me do it 嗱，將佢漫畫化咗。嗱，有啲 model 係咁樣嘅，咁你 download 落嚟就得噶啦。So basically, let me run this prompt once again. Okay, so you can see on the left-hand side is a realistic one, and on the right-hand side is like a comic style. It's like a comic style. 嗱，左手邊就一張好似真相嘅相啦，右手邊咧就變咗漫畫化啦。Okay, so let me show you another one. So let me show you the sunshine mix. Okay, so this is the color will be more attractive compared to the default one. 好啦，嗱，咁啊，你見啦，嗱，每一次 run 咧都係好 demanding 嘅，唔係你想象中咁簡單嘅。嗱，你真係12GB係差唔多用得晒嘅。 同埋咧，如果你坐得近嘅話，你聽到個 display card 個風扇就啡啡聲。Okay, so this is a little bit ugly. So let me try another prompt. 嗱，你見到好多時咧就係咁嘅，即係 AI，因為其實背後嘅 algorithm 咧，佢係冇 contextual understanding 嘅，佢唔知道 generate 幅相。嗱，有時候冇咗衫嘅嚇，所以唔好介意。OK，所以我應承佢哋話我搞呢個 demonstration 啊，之前咧我都有同佢 warn 咗佢哋，喂，呢啲有時冇着衫得唔得㗎咁樣？Okay, so you can see so there are many different ways for you to play with this one. Okay, so if I'm not using the image by image, so you can let me use the comic version one. Okay, and then you will see a totally different version, a totally different style. Okay, totally different style. So if you have a very powerful computer and you would like to run Stable Diffusion at home, you can in fact go online, go to some online community of Stable Diffusion, and accordingly download the AI model and set up on your own computer. Then you can try a lot of things like these that are very fun. Okay, and the last function that I would like to show you here is that sometimes you are interested in terms of what is the prompt of generating an image. 嗱，擺幅真相來都得嘅。So I think there is 睇下先啊，Okay. This one, image to image. Now here, on the left-hand side is the image that I input to Stable Diffusion. Now, sometimes I myself also forget what kind of prompt, what kind of keyword that I generate for this photo. Now there is, in fact, you can click on this button. It will analyze the photo. It will analyze the photo and accordingly try to give you the keyword related to this particular photo. 嗱，咁所以 AI 咧，另外一個用處咧就係咧，佢會可以嘗試去 reverse engineering 嘅，即係我撳呢個掣咧 ，OK, a woman sitting at a table with her arm crossed and looking at the camera with a serious look on her face。嗱，我唔知你寫唔寫到呢啲英文啦。嗱，呢個係英文咧 AI 寫出嚟嘅，即係佢認為左邊呢幅相係咁嘅樣嘅。A woman sitting on a table with her arm crossed and looking at the camera face. A particular model name, perfect face character portrait precisionism. Okay, so this is how AI understand this particular photo. Okay, this is how AI understand this particular photo. And accordingly, if I 我做乜撳多次呢個掣 ？OK 唔緊要啦，等佢行多次。Okay, if I generate using the keyword that is understood by the AI, let's see what kind of things will happen on the right-hand side. 嗱，你見到呢幅相咧係打直嘅，但係而家呢個咧，嗱呢個咧就係另外一個我成日話 AI 會犯錯嘅嘢。見唔見到有3隻手？Okay, so can you see 3 hands here? So these are some kind of mistake that AI will make. Okay, that AI will make, and this is something that that's why not every photo will be as useful. Okay, if you play with AI. So I think enough demonstration with my own computer. Let me go back to here and show you some other things. So what are the particular use cases here? Now on the right-hand side, you can see an image that is generated by me using my Stable Diffusion. So Hong Kong cyberpunk train, tram, night, red, neon signs, poster style. Okay, for the same image, you can also try on this free of charge version. And in case you are doing some kind of assignment or presentation that are related to a particular content, just like something that I have showed you, you can in fact copy and paste an academic paper's a title to generate an image. And let's see what kind of image that it will bring you. So this is accordingly, given my keyword here, Hong Kong cyberpunk tram light ring neon style poster style. These are the images that is generated by Stable Diffusion. And accordingly, you can see on the right-hand side, this is my particular version. And you can use this in your assignment and PowerPoints. Now, if you use this type of AI generative content, I will recommend you to give an acknowledgement and citation that you are using AI to generate something related to this particular assignment. And also, sometimes this may not be the end product. You would like to have a conceptual test of idea, or maybe you are working with some kind of designer, artist, or before you are taking a photo or making a movie, you would like to communicate with the cameraman or the artist. So you can tentatively, using some kind of keyword to generate some kind of images that you like, and tell the artist and designer, this is the particular style and output you expect. 嗱，咁其實 AI 而家個 use case 咧，除咗攞嚟做end product 啦，又或者你攞嚟玩之外咧，仲有啲咩用處咧？咁其實譬如話我哋拍片啊、影相啊，咁有時嗰條片唔係你拍噶嘛。有時嗰個你唔係個 artist 嚟，但係你有個 concept， 你想話我幅相想咁樣，我條片想咁樣，咁可以點樣同個 artist 去傾呢一樣嘢咧？咁你就可以借助 AI 去幫你 generate 一個 conceptual art， 話俾佢聽，嗱呢個咧就係我想要嘅 style 啦。OK， 嗱譬如話我嚟緊想個 movie style， 我嚟緊嗰個 movie 嗰個 poster 咧，我就想大概右手邊呢種咁嘅風格。睇下點樣幫我搭個場景啦，點樣幫我揾個地方去影呢幅相啊，咁嘅樣啊翻嚟。Okay, so this is one way for you to communicate with something working in the art industry. Okay, tell them that you use AI to generate this photo, and this is the intended effect that you would like to achieve, expected from. This is the effect that you expect from them. And also, you can try to convert some kind of story into a photo book. I think this could be particularly useful in case you are reading some fiction. OK， 嗱，譬如話睇啲小説嗰啲咧，你可以嘗試下將個小説橋段某一節咧 copy and paste 嚟睇下會 generate 啲乜嘢出嚟。咁啊，最後啦，咁 of course now you start to see some kind of AI generated models that to be used on some kind of advertisement. Now, there are many different usages of AI which you could, in fact, explore by yourself. I think this particular workshop serves as an introduction that give you an experience. What can AI do related to design and graphical works? Now, last but not least, I think this is a university. That is why I need to tell you some kind of ethics that is related to the use of AI in terms of generative context and words. OK 啦，咁啊唔止 ChatGPT 啦，咁其實今時今日 Stable Diffusion 啦，咁啊或者咧所有我哋一啲傳統嘅 media 嘅 area 啦嚇。So our traditional area has a huge will be affected by the AI. And I think there are some ethical issues that I would like to tell you. Now, as a designer, whatever you call it, an artist, a designer, a photographer, remember the key idea of the most fundamental ethics for this group of people is that we shall not claim the authorship of any photos that is not rightfully composed by him or her. That is, in case somebody's work, you will not tell people that it is composed by you. And with the same token on AI work. So in case you are using AI to generate some kind of graphical work, well, just tell people that you use AI to generate it. 嗱，咁同傳統嘅攝影啊、藝術行業一樣，如果你嘅靈感如果你嘅靈感來源係來自某位大師嘅話咧，其實你應該大方咁講出嚟嘅。咁如果同樣嘅道理啦， 如果你係用 AI 去幫你 generate 幅相出嚟嘅話咧，你應該要同樣嘅大方咧，話俾人聽呢幅相你係用 AI 去 generate。咁呢個咧就係最 fundamental 嘅 principle。Okay, this is the most fundamental principle on using AI tools for you to compose some kind of graphical arts or output or text, whatever you call it, some kind of media works. And in case you look at the APA version 7 citation, there are some specific methods in terms of how to cite the work that is generated by AI. And I think I have stolen the guideline from another university in Australia, that there is a specific structure that you can use to acknowledge the use of generative AI, just like the example that I have here. The format is very simple. I acknowledge the use of what kind of AI, to use the AI for what kind of work, and what are the prompts that I have used to generate this particular content. To be more specifically, just like the graphic on the right-hand side that I have used here. This is again using the same prompt, but in order to use these images in my assignment and Photoshop, I suppose to have an acknowledgement telling people that this is in fact generated by AI. Now you can use this particular format. I acknowledge the use of Stable Diffusion, and then the corresponding website of Stable Diffusion or the corresponding website hosting Stable Diffusion to what kind of purpose of this, what is being used using this AI tool. Let's say here, I have written, generate images used in this PowerPoint presentation. OK 嗱，咁呢個 acknowledgement 個 structure 就好簡單嘅啫，用咗邊個 AI tool 啦？ AI tool 嗰條 link 啦，同埋你用咗個 AI 嚟幫你做咗啲咩嘢 ？Okay, so Stable Diffusion, generate images used in this PowerPoint presentation, and the prompt entered to Stable Diffusion on a specific days are followed, just like something that I have typed here. Okay, exactly the same prompt. Okay. What kind of style portray? Japanese girl with red makeup, red hair, astronaut, spaceship, starry background, reflective helmet. And this is on the right-hand side, the image that I have generated using this particular prompt. Okay, in case you are using the AI to help you complete this type of work, or you are using some kind of AI generative content in your particular assignment and PowerPoint presentation. So I think this marks the end of my sharing using AI for graphical and design works, and I hope that you enjoy it. As a summary of what kind of things that I have mentioned in this particular presentation, AI is very powerful tools. And if you talk about AI being used for graphical work, it uses AI and machine learning algorithm to help you generate original artwork and manipulate existing images. So it could turn text into images. So basically, these are the magical spells or some kind of keywords that you tell the AI what kind of elements that you want for a particular image. And for the case of Stable Diffusion, tell Stable Diffusion what kind of things you don't want on a particular image. Now, in case you decide to run AI locally on your own computer, it requires a lot of computational power. So in case you are just like me, you have an 80 series display card, you can try yourself. But in case you don't have it, feel free to use some kind of available cloud-based online tools. And finally, images generated might not make sense because the AI will not judge the photo. 嗱，頭先都 gen 過一次俾大家睇啦。有啲女仔咧3隻手嘅，或者有2個頭嘅，咁但係咧個 Stable Diffusion 就唔會話俾你聽有問題嘅喎，咁judge 咧就係你自己嘅事啦嚇。咁所以我亦都見過有啲 IG 好得意嘅 ，IG 咧我見過有個 IG 係專門 post 啲失敗作品嘅，即係有2個頭啊，個身又長咗啊嚇，跟住3隻手啊咁樣嘅。Okay, but again. if you look at it and other side of the coin, sometimes the images being generated with AI could be very creative, out of your imagination. You can try to copy and paste some kind of academic paper title to see what will be the output. And finally, this is a university. I need to tell you that in case you are using AI to help you generate some type of works, remember to acknowledge the use of this type of AI tools. Okay, so I hope that you find my sharing today very interesting. Hope that you learn where to generate AI images, and hope that it will arouse your curiosity and try your own way of generating some kind of AI generative images. Okay, so thank you very much for coming today, and it is my pleasure to share my experience with all of you.